Hey guys, so today I made another trade, but I lost, right? So basically, I'm gonna show you what I did, and I'm gonna tell you what I thought I should have done. All right. So basically, from the last time, I just added two indicators, just one showing me liquidity, just so I don't have to mark it out, and then one being just showing break of structure and market structure shifts. But I don't really look at the market structure shifts. I really just look for break of structure. But so basically, this morning, market opened right here, right? So once I saw it going up, I was like, okay, right? I had this fair value gap made, and obviously, I have to switch between certain time frames to find different fair value gaps and liquidity and all that shit, right? Um, so once I did that, right, I had this shit. Come on, I had this 5 minute fair value gap made, right? And once I did, I uh, I was like, okay. So it made this 5 minute fair value gap, right? And then on the 1 minute, um, come on, bro. Um, on the 1 minute, we had a break of structure, right? We had okay, we had it tapped into it, right? Let me talk about what I did. My fault. So I had this 1 minute fair value gap. I had this 5 minute one, right? So obviously the 5 minute one is stronger. So once it tapped into this 5 minute, right, and I saw it go back up, I was like, okay, um, oh, I'm tripping. My fault. My fault. So um, where's my liquidity sweep? My liquidity sweep was I hold on. I'm trying to figure out where I had it at. I had it at somewhere around here. Um Maybe I did it wrong. I don't know. Um Actually, let me go to my Notion, right? So my liquidity was swept. This is what I put in my Notion, but uh my liquidity was swept. Maybe I thought it my liquidity swept right here, right? It didn't. It got taken out after it tapped in fair value gap. Whatever. So I had fair value gap made, right? And then I had the 5 minute fair value gap made, and then once I had the 5 minute fair value gap made, it tapped into it. It already swept. I thought it swept liquidity, but it didn't. Obviously, you can see that it didn't sweep liquidity, right? But I thought it did. So once it did that, I knew it was gonna come back down, retrace, not retrace, but maybe try to come back down in this fair value gap. And really, I was going off of that because I already had my break of structure, um, right? My break of structure was right there. That was my break of structure, right? And then once I had my break of structure, um, that's my oh damn it. Let me fix this. Sorry guys. Sorry guys. So yeah, once I had my 5 minute fair value gap, it got tapped into after it swept liquidity, created fair value, it created fair value gap, right? Went up and swept liquidity, right? Then it broke. Then it where's my little thing at? Little thing right here. This is my rules. So first I have my liquidity sweep. It wasn't liquidity sweep, obviously. I didn't see it. I'm tripping. But maybe I swept liquidity on 5 minute. Maybe that's what I was looking at. No, I didn't sweep liquidity on 5 minute. All right. So no, I didn't. But wait. No, I didn't sweep liquidity on 5 minute. All right. So yeah. So I thought I swept liquidity, right? Then I have my fair value gap and fair value gap order block, right? So it obviously didn't create an order block, right? So then once it tapped in my fair value gap, I once was looking for my breaker structure. It broke my structure, right? Something okay, right? It's finna be in a flagship, a flag trend, right? And that's what I was predicting. It was gonna be in a flag trend, right? And I thought it was gonna be right, so it came, tapped into it. That's when I entered. I entered right as it, right after the broker structure, right here, right after this. I entered high, obviously, right? And then it went up, went down. I thought it was okay. It's consolidating. I mean, it's retracing, and then it's gonna come back up. And then it went back up. So I thought I was gonna do it again. And I thought I was gonna go back up. I was wrong, obviously. It went down drastically. Um, so what I should have did was, since I didn't get my liquidity sweep at that time, I got it right here, right? I still had this fair value gap, but it didn't tap into it until um, it didn't tap into it. So that's when it slipped liquidity. That's when I should have my first confluence for liquidity sweep be right here. So then I would have known with my liquidity sweep right, it was gonna come down, right? It consolidated, right? Then I had another fair value gap made, right there, fair value gap, right? Then it went right up, and I was like, okay, it broke structure again, right? Broke this breaker structure right here again. So I was like, okay, it's gonna come down. It did. This is me back testing, by the way. I was back testing, but it went down. And once it went down, it went through. So I was like, okay, this is me back testing again, like I said. And it went through there fair value gap, right? Breaker structure, and fair value gap, breaker structure. Liquidity sweep was right here. Liquidity sweep, created fair value gap, right? Broke breaker structure right here. So I should have entered right here, right? And this is where I should have thought that where I think I should have entered, right? And this obviously would have been a super clean trade, right? You know, it got all the way down to here, and that's about like eight units, six units. But obviously I'm not trading with real money, right? So you see right here my history. I reset my account the other day, but you see right here it filled, and uh, it filled, and you know I lost. So yeah. So that's when I thought I should have entered off of this and fair value gap. Once it went through, I would have entered right here. As soon as this candle closed, I would have entered, right? And I didn't. So that's what I thought I should have did. Once again, like I say every time, you know, if you have any comments or any tips or advice that I could use, I'm a beginning trader. I've only been learning this for about a month. Um, I would love to have some. I would love to have some advice. You know, tell me what I can and can't do, or can and should learn, and you know, um, apply to myself so I can be more successful. You know. So once again, I thank you guys for watching. Um, yep. Just any feedback, comments. You know what I'm saying? That would be greatly appreciated. Right. Thank you. Have a great day.